person, party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every...
Back in Week 10, the Jaguars won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Chiefs. Can Kansas City get revenge? Find out next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium matchup in Sterling between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello everyone, welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4. Now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go! Hey, watch it!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the stop will come inside the 5 of the 4. Gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Mahomes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 30. 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, fair to say that guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary. return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, oh, it'll affect them in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there, keeping the toes in bounds. They should have got more. He was wide open.
Thank you all because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mecole Hardman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Go now.
Now a give running right. It's Cook to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And down the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC's offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lawrence. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Pittman, 30 yards. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there. Yards brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wondered, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All change in the blink of an eye.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas.
Don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy apart when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side going the back, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Foye Aluakon finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go again to Jones. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open, and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now Jones. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 10-yard.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Booker is on target.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense have got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, Cook.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
You know the expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now here comes Kansas City.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch in this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes, screen play, McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's...
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Here's Cook again.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 12. A minute 37 remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes to throw it. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Here's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Butker now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it again. Damn, this is the intro. Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a quarter meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly.
You out of pocket.
2 ATMs, you stepping to what?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they talk about? Talk about us.
You out of pocket.
Who you think they carry up for us?
Get back in pocket.
The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery.